Hi, I'm Rachel Gray. Welcome to my cooking channel. Fresh cranberries are in season, and a few weeks ago I showed you how to make cranberry salsa. And if you missed my video on cranberry salsa, the link should be popping up right here and you can watch it. But today I'm going to show you how to make something sweet with those cranberries. It's cranberry squares. For our cranberry squares, we're going to need 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, 1.5 sticks or 3/4 cup of unsalted butter, and I'm going to melt that, 1 teaspoon of almond extract, 1.5 cups of flour, 2 cups of fresh cranberries, and 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. The first thing we need to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees and then prepare our pan. I've got a 9-inch square pan here, and I'm just gonna spray it with some cooking spray, or you could butter it, either way. And then set this aside. I'm gonna make this in my KitchenAid. This KitchenAid is as old as our marriage, so it's 30 years old, but it does the trick. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take 1.5 cups of sugar and put that into the bowl. And then I'm gonna add my eggs. I'm gonna stir those things together, and then I'm just gonna let that beat for 2 minutes. So I'm gonna beat that till it's a little bit thicker, and notice the difference in the color. Now I'm going to add 1.5 sticks or 3/4 cup of melted unsalted butter. The reason you want unsalted butter in baked goods is so that you can control the amount of salt that goes into the dish. This dish actually doesn't even have any salt, so if you do use salted butter, it's going to taste different. Then I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of almond extract, and I'm just going to stir that in. Next, I'm going to put 1.5 cups of flour. Mix that in. And I'll want to scrape down the sides at this point. Then I'm going to add 2 cups of cranberries, fresh cranberries. You can use the frozen ones, but if you do, you have to know that it's going to start to freeze your dough the moment it goes in. 2 cups of cranberries is about half the bag, and 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. And then I'll stir that together. Some of the cranberries might get a little mushed up, but it's totally fine. Most of them will stay whole. This batter is super thick. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it into our prepared pan. I shouldn't say pour, I should say scoop. Scoop it into the pan. I'm just gonna smooth it out a little. Just push it to all the corners. And now it's ready to bake. I'm gonna bake it at 350 degrees for 60 to 70 minutes until it's golden brown and a toothpick inserted into the middle comes out clean. This is one of those things that I don't use convection for. I use convection for almost everything except for 5 things: pizza, meatloaf, lasagna, brownies, and then thick batters like banana bread and this. So we'll put it in the oven and we'll check it in an hour. So I've just taken this out of the oven. It's been 60 minutes, and I'm just gonna put a toothpick in the middle. And it came out clean, so I know that it's done. These cranberry bars are butter, sugar, nuts, and tart cranberries. It's delicious. And if you decide that you like them so much you're gonna double the recipe, just make sure that you still bake them in a 9x9 pan. If you put them all in the same pan, it just doesn't work out very well. You can find this recipe and over 200 other recipes on my blog, cookingwithrachel101.com. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Subscribing is free. And if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, hit the notification bell. Just my tip to you.